Welcome back, everybody. 18 minutes past the hour now. Sunny, warm weather finally here. Going to be very exciting to get outdoors. You're going to head to the beach, but not so fast.
Yeah, you need to make sure you're taking care of your skin and figuring out what are the best ways to protect yourself from all of those rays. And, of course, it can be quite confusing. So to help us out, Fox28's Lindsay Sablon is at the center PC. And, Lindsay, personally, I just go for the Michael Jackson look, sunglasses, hat, scarf, mask, whatever it takes to protect my skin. And I really do.
Just where you can see the eyes, basically, I think is what you're talking about. Yeah, basically, I mean, that's one way you can protect yourself, or there's maybe a little bit more glamorous ways to do that. And to help us out, I'm here at the Center PC with Kim Whitaker, who's an esthetician. How are you doing this morning?
Good, Lindsay. How are you?
Good. Okay. When we're talking about skin protection, obviously there's sunscreen, but also, especially for the women out there, we're talking makeup, but guys too, facial cleansers and moisturizers. Some couple different tips here. What do we have?
We've got some cleansers that you can use as a transition into summer. Sometimes your skin in the winter is very dry because of the indoor heat, and then obviously it's so cold outside that you can transition into a foaming cleanser for summer if you're feeling more oily, you're getting sweaty, you're going to be outside. So a foaming cleanser may be in order.
Okay.
So you might have to change your regimen for summer.
Okay, so starting with the foaming cleanser, and then we get to moisturizers. Nowadays, with the makeup and moisturizers, there's SPF kind of built into those.
Correct.
Is that good for someone to have? Is it enough?
It is. It's not always enough, though, especially in the summertime. If you're going to be outside, you want to use at least a 30 SPF or higher because you're going to really need that protection from the sun. As far as the moisturizer goes, you usually want to use a separate moisturizer. Like in the summertime, a light gel or a light tinted moisturizer is a good option also.
So maybe not what we've been using in the winter.
Exactly. That might be too heavy for you come summertime.
Okay. And then we've got the makeup over here.
Correct. It's great in the summer. You can lighten up your makeup routine quite a bit by just using some bronzer like we have here, a light powder foundation instead of your liquid foundation. You can really abandon some of your old winter products and go for something lighter, a little more glowy and dewy looking.
Okay, I know my SPF. I think it's SPF 15. Now, if I'm not going to be spending the whole day out in the sun, I'm going to be kind of running errands, going back and forth in my car. Is that sufficient?
You still want to use an SPF of 30. We really recommend that for the sun protection factor. You need to protect yourself in the sun. It's going to cause aging. It's going to cause sun damage, wrinkling. We all don't want that. So 30 is the best.
A little bit later on, we're going to be talking about actually heading out to the beach and having to use sunscreen, how important it is to reapply. Same thing with moisturizers, or not so much if you're just running errands on a day-to-day basis?
Moisturizers, no, but your SPF, yes, you want to reapply every 2 hours.
Okay, we have one other really cool thing to talk about. What are these over here?
These are sunspots. You can put these on your children or on yourself. It is an indicator for your time frame for your SPF. So what you need to know to reapply your SPF, this will change colors from yellow to red.
Okay, and lastly, we have 8 tips that people can kind of help out when it comes to protecting your skin. Let's go over those real quick, about 30 seconds.
Okay, we want to stay out of the sun, of course. That's number one. Be aware of facial expressions. That's going to cause wrinkling, and that's what we need Botox for. Hydrating your body, of course, exfoliating first and then hydrating with a thick moisturizer or a self-tanner with moisturizer. Taking a multivitamin and essential fatty acid supplement to help keep the skin hydrated and looking youthful and dewy. Exercise, of course. Get enough sleep. Don't smoke. That's number one. And limit alcohol and caffeine. That'll dry the skin out.
All right. Well, thank you so much for some of those tips. Coming up a little later, she was talking about summers here, changing the moisturizer makeup. Also talking sunscreen, what you need to know to find the right sunscreen for you. We'll have all those tips.
Very cool. Thanks so much, Lindsay. Let's go ahead and